Hey everybody, this is Thomas Amal, and I'm here with another review and just my opinion of 24 Live Another Day. And today is think. It's our 6 p.m. to 1900 or 7 p.m. And I'm gonna get right to it. It starts off with Simone. Condition is getting worse. She's not responding to anything, so they're taking her in for some major whatever surgery and all of that kind of stuff. So it switches over to Margot and the son. So Margot basically tells him what's up, that she had a conversation with the president. So they sit and they want to discuss what the next move is as they were driving off and moving out of the property. The son pretty much figured that, him and Margot figured that even if Simone does pass away, she may have passed on some information, or, they might be catching up to her. So they were moving out. Steve finds out that that Jordan isn't dead. Remember, Steve was the head of the CIA, and oh, please forgive me, the last show, I kept calling him Eric, but his actual name is Jordan. Jordan wasn't dead. He got clipped in the shoulder and everything, and he hid out, and the assassin is still trying to find him. That's how Steve found out that Jordan wasn't dead, because he talked to the assassin, and the assassin is still looking for him. The president tells Jack that he had a conversation with Margot. He tells Jack everything, the arrangements that were made, as well as her agreeing that he give himself up to her, and she'll agree to destroy the remainder of the drones that they have for his life. They go back and forth. Jack. He also tells Jack that he has a letter of resignation is to take effect. So he's dead serious. He's really trying to get Jack to help him, but he didn't tell him what he needed. And Jack is blatantly just utterly refusing to be a part of it. Well, the president went into mode of convincing. He told them blah blah blah. He yelled at Jack and he made it clear that me and you are the same. This is how it's gonna be. Jack understood and said, okay, what do you need from me? And the president said, I need you to get me out of here, without anyone seeing us, and get me to Wembley Stadium, which is a huge stadium in Europe, in London. Okay, so the president tells Mark, Audrey's husband, to help, because Jack says, I'm going to need one other person to help me get all of the schematics and where people will be. And so Mark and Jack set it up, and they made sure the plan is together, and then that's how they're going to take it. Jack turns around and he's talking to Kate. It was hilarious. He's talking to Kate, and Kate is like, look, Simone is not waking up. But Jack turns around and tells Simone what the deal is. And Kate is like, well, she's going to die. And Jack said, I don't give a damn. Wake the bitch up. I thought that was hilarious, but he said it, of course. Jack was serious. What does Kate do? She goes to the doctor, pulls out her piece, 9 or 45, whatever it is. She pulls it out on him and says, wake her up. She did it at gunpoint. Woke her up, did whatever medications they did. She eventually woke up. And she went into her plan mode, and Kate got Simone to tell her an address where they were, but she said she knew they probably wouldn't be there. But she also made it clear, remember her husband way back when mentioned that he had put some information, a disc, under a particular board in the house. So she was able to tell him that, and then she goes into whatever convulsions. I don't know if she died or whatever. They never said. So, the president, switch back to the president. The president goes into what I call the farewell meet with Audrey. They talk about old school pictures, blah, blah, blah. They reminisce, but Kay has to get back to work. And so she basically says, playtime is over with. I got to get back to the gig. And the president, he shed a little tear. You saw it come down a little bit. Then he walks out, hands one of the pictures back. And, so then it goes to Jack denied, or Jack, is talking to the president, and he takes that low jack out of the president's arm. He cuts him and all that kind of stuff. The president made a crack on him, saying, you be a horrible surgeon. But it was funny. You had to be there. So it had a little humor in today's show. Jack's signal, as they were starting the process of making it out, of course, Jack's signal on his phone starts going out. The screen starts getting all scattered. So what happens? An agent comes walking up and sees the president and he's like, Prez, you need to get back. So what does Jack do? He Mike Tyson's them, and with one punch, boom, KO, out, pulls him out. Next thing you know, they are out. They made it. Jack got him out, and takes him out. And next thing you know, Jack pulls up in a Lexus or whatever at a launch pad, and him and the president are getting into a chopper 10 minutes away to make their way to Wembley Stadium. What happened? Jordan, they go back to the scene with Jordan. Now, remind you, the assassin had talked to Steve, right? And he's told, because Jordan called Steve and was like, get somebody here now. Next thing you know, the assassin and Steve talk. Steve tells him where Jordan is. And the assassin walks up. Jordan cold cocks him with a metal pipe. Eventually they get the scrapping and all of that. He stabs Jordan, but Jordan was able to pull out a piece and shoot him and kill him. So we don't know if Jordan is dead or not. So that goes on. Then the U.S. or CIA, military, whoever it is, they arrived to the place where Margot and the son and all of them were living at. Of course, no one was there, but they were able to pull up the disc that they found, and they got it to Kate. Kate, in turn, had her guy send it to Chloe so Chloe could get to work on it. She let Jack know what was up. And next thing you know, now Chloe is working on the Steve O. Kate asks everybody, where's Jordan? And of course, Steve starts playing the dumb role where he's not at his desk. Dude, you know where you are. You know where he is. You had him killed. Or, you had somebody, you sent them out. So you know what's going on. Well, Margot's son, after they get to a new location, reactivates all of the drones. But she made it very clear to make sure that only one, all of the other ones, be prepared for destruction. And she's basically saying that if the president can keep his word, I'll keep mine too. Okay, about destroying them. So Jack and the president, they arrive at the stadium. Chloe and Jack are talking, and she's like telling him that I'm not under the best conditions, but I'm trying to work as fast as I can to help out. Adrian, remember, he used to be the head of Chloe's little group. He calls Steve to make sure that Jordan is taken care of, and Steve verified or told him that he was. He's not 100% sure. So Adrian then turns around and calls Chloe, and Chloe blows him off, but he said that he has something big. So I'm ready to see what role Adrian is playing in all of this. I'm pretty sure he's up to no good. But so next thing you know, as they're there, Jack and the Prez, Audrey made it into the president's room. A security let her in. So Mark walks in, she's crying, she's boo-hooing, and she goes off on him because she realizes that he knew and played a role. I thought he did a good job of defending himself. So, whatever. Dude, I work for the president. I'm glad, I know it's your daddy and all, but he's the president of the United States. This is much bigger than you. So he defended himself really good. Once they hit back to the stadium, the president is basically saying, time is up. He leaves, and it gets so dramatic. It's like it's slowed down, the music, everything, and he just starts walking. Jack tried to stop him, but the president was like, what? I'm up. He walks into the middle of the field. Next thing you know, like I said, all this dramatic music is playing, and then they shoot to Margot and the son with the drone arriving to the stadium. They verified that it was the president. Margot takes the handle and says, I'm doing this. Presses the button, and boom, target destroyed is what you see on the screen. It reminded me of that Dark Knight scene when it blew up there. So that's how it ended. It was really dramatic. I like the show. It keeps a nice flow. It keeps your attention. I'm really waiting to see how they end all of this, to make sure that this season really came to a climax that was apropos to what I believe 24 is and what we all as lovers of 24 thinks it should be. So with that, talk to you next week, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Thomas Amal, hit me up. Peace. Hope this is helping you out. Peace.